Marley Minute. Oh my god, they only need to win one more game! Marley Minute.
Victory, puppies, buddy. Victory! Is this too late to do this? Is this late to be doing this? Okay, you're right, I'll leave.
Alrighty, you ready for game 5? Calder Cup Final. Toronto Marlies, I bought that. And the Texas Stars, the T stands for Texas. Except it doesn't. Been a war so far. First game, offensive explosion, 6-5, the Marlies win by 1 goal. Second game, defensive chess match, Texas wins 2-1, 1 goal. Game 3, reverse, Marlies win 2-1, 1 goal. Game 4, Texas up 2-0, loses the lead, and then they end up winning it anyway, 3-2. One lousy, stinking goal. So we know game 5, Texas's 3rd straight game at home, their last home game of the season, no matter what, is just gonna be incredible. Bloody, fearsome, tooth and nail. And they got destroyed. Marlies win 6-2 over the Texas Stars in game 5 of the Calder Cup Final. The Marlies are now just one win away. It is almost midnight when I'm shooting this, and the neighbors are gonna be mad. Oh, forget the neighbors, my wife? How am I even married? So after the offensive explosion in game 1, goals kind of left this series, 3, 3, and 5. 8 in this one, most of them belonging to the Marlies. Let's talk about it. Last game, the Stars managed to exploit the Marlies in the same way that they did in the first 3 games, but the one was shining bright, beautiful little difference. Andreas Janssen had a good game. In fact, the top line had a good game of Grundstrom, Altonen, and Janssen. Oh, watch him work in this one, watch. Texas Stars pressuring early, 90 seconds in, they get the puck. Travis Morton back to the point to Brett Regner, and he slips on a banana or something, and the puck is wide open. Andreas Janssen takes off. But it's so much more beautiful than that. Janssen doesn't just take off with the puck, he actually swats the puck away and skates after it. But he's skating at almost the exact same speed as the puck, because he knows he's going to beat Regner in a foot race, but he doesn't want the puck to get too far ahead of him because Mike McKenna could come out of the net and play it. He taps the puck just outside of the Marlies' blue line, makes a beeline for it, and doesn't touch the puck again until it's in the Texas zone. And once the puck on his stick, he's showing forehand. Whoop! Backhand rips the jock out of Mike McKenna's hockey pants, and the Marlies have a lead a minute 32 into the game. Nothing too fancy, nothing crazy between the legs, whatever, no Forsbergian dance. Just good hockey awareness, a couple taps of the puck at his own blue line, and he's gone. Alright, great start. Let's not kill the momentum. Oh my god! Just over 2 minutes into the game, the whole play starts with Trevor Moore fighting to get into the Star zone despite having a man on him so that the play stays onside. And 11 seconds after that hard-fought zone entry, after passing it back and forth between Mason Marchment and Adam Brooks puts it on, it stopped. More goals! Trevor Moore again, I'm telling you, the kid might just make the team next year. Puts the Marlies up 2-0. He had a man draped all over him as he was trying to get into the zone. He had a man on him in front, but the little Marlies player who the website says is 5'10", 187 pounds, you dirty liar! Doesn't matter, he used grunt strength! And he puts the Marlies up. And that's just over 2 minutes in, but that's actually how they go into the intermission. But even after that 2-0 goal, the Marlies were merciless on Texas, attacking. The shots were 11-6. Can they keep the momentum going in the second? Well, not right away. Matt Mangine, at the point where the Stars have had a lot of fortune in this series, puts it on. It goes wide of the Marlies' net, bullet dodge. But about a minute later, right off the face-off, blam! The 24-year-old product of St. Lawrence University brings the Stars back within 1. Yeah, the shot was a blast, but he did a great job of timing it just when Garrett Sparks' eyes were taken away. And Texas looking to get back into this one, but when the other team tries to build momentum, you throw Lego at their feet. Only a few minutes later, Timothy Liljegren brings the puck in and he shoots it. Nothing really comes of it. It looks like a dead play. But he sees that he's got support and he goes for it and he digs for the puck in the corner and he gets it. Digs the puck out, throws it in front, but he coughs it up to a Stars defender. But because of the work he was able to do down low, he keeps the pressure down low. Colin Greening takes a man and Liljegren retreats. Greening applies pressure. The Stars turn the puck over. Guess who's at the point? Our friend Tim. Puts the puck on, it hits Chris Mueller, ow. But he gets a rebound, gives it right to Colin Greening, scores. Look, when you're going for a Calder Cup, you just want to win. You don't care how it happened. But this is why you can't always tell progress by a highlight pack. The Marlies YouTube highlight packs, which are fantastic by the way, especially by AHL standards, they're wonderful. But if you watch the game, the effort from Liljegren starts before they even show it. And it wasn't even really anything flashy per se, it was just hardworking and smart. And as for making the clip longer, I mean, it was a 6-2 blowout and the video pack is already 6 minutes and 10 seconds. I wouldn't expect them to make it longer. I'm just telling you. Mueller Greening, pretty passing play, but the hero of that play to me was Liljegren. Shortly after, another example of a defender doing work, and this was so mean. But this time the defender defender's work starts and ends with him. Callie Rosen really digs in and goes for the big clear. Grunstrom stops it, brings it down, sends it to a streaking Andreas Janssen, who brings it into the zone. Along the half board, slams on the brakes, sets up, reads an article on his phone, has a nice cup of tea. That Rosen train should be here any second. Oh, there it is! Janssen once again not passing to Callie Rosen, but where Callie Rosen is going to be. Streaks in, but there's a defender right in his face. Total! He gets around. He's all alone. Forehand, backhand, forehand, you're under arrest. No, I don't know how the rules work in the AHL. Okay, I know you get suspended for dirty hits and slashes and things, but they gotta suspend Callie Rosen for that goal. I'm a Marlies fan. I'm happy they scored and everything, but that's not fair. You shouldn't be able to do that to people. So mean. So mean. Go watch it immediately. And the Marlies head into the period with a 2-goal lead. Gets reduced to 1. Now it's 3-4-1. Todd Crocker's call of this goal, by the way, is hilarious. Because Rosen chipping it out like it's so clumsy, it doesn't look like the play is going to go as smoothly as it does, but it does somehow. And it like catches him off guard, like he stops talking, he just goes, and then he did what all good Marlies fans did after that goal and yelled and screamed. Texas with some pushback, but Garrett Sparks doing his part to shut the door. Despite the poor result in the goal column, the Stars actually had a better result in the shot column, 13-11. And the Marlies on defense, while there were a few scrambles, they did a good job of clearing the puck. And a couple of the shots that did get through, they found a way to get in the way and kind of obstruct the shot. Now, exactly 3 minutes to play in the period. Marlies go to clear the puck, the Stars bat it back into the zone, it ends up on Callie Rosen's stick. He decides to act like the arena is a Foot Locker and the puck is a pair of shoes and he's gonna take it for a walk and see how it fits. Gets the puck at one of his own face-off dots. Skates all the way through everybody to the Texas Stars zone at their face-off dot. Shoots on Mike McKenna, scores on Mike. Oh my god, okay, you went from 5 games to 10. Is Callie Rosen gonna make the team next year? Dude, speed, skill, a shot, he's getting me excited. But now, he might. But some food for thought. From Mikey Stevens 81, Callie Rosen scored 4 goals on 157 shots in the regular season. He now has 4 goals on 41 shots in the playoffs. 2 of those 4 goals coming in this game, 2 goals on 3 shots. You don't have to say he's the second coming of Erik Karlsson, but he had a night. And no game is done, but there's a 5-1 lead heading into the third. And in the third, Mike McKenna is not there. I looked for a report saying he was injured. I don't think so. I think they're just saving him for game 6, and hopefully, if you're a Stars fan, game 7. Landon Bow taking his place. He had a .903 save percentage in 46 games in the AHL this season, but he's only 22. Like, we think of Garrett Sparks as a kid, but like, nah, he's gonna be 25 by the end of this month. The AHL will do that to you. Third period, do the Stars feel a little bit of magic? Oh no. Now, by the way, you might be like, Steve, you haven't mentioned a power play goal or anything like that. Did the Marlies clear that up? Well, not quite. You're correct to assume there were no penalties. There weren't any at this point in the game anyway, because for at least the second time this series, the officials decided that in the Calder Cup final, murder is legal. Scrum in the Marlies zone, and the Stars and Marlies proceed to beat each other up. The Marlies come out of it with the puck on a 2-on-1. Miro Alton with Carl Grunstrom with him. Alton into Grunstrom. Oh my god, so mean. It wasn't even that it was a beautiful or well-placed tap in, it was just so casual. Yeah, I've done this. That's actually why I got a Carl Grunstrom jersey. See that? Number 10. Yeah, nope, it says Dangle on it. I'm sorry, Carl. Look, I had it first. It's not my fault they didn't tell you. A long time ago, I wanted an Alex Steen jersey because I thought he was going to be on the lease for a long time, and he wore the number 10, and my wife is going to get me an Alex Steen jersey, and then my buddy convinced her, no, put Dangle on the back instead, so now my number is 10 forever, and that is not my problem, Carl. It's not my fault. I had nothing to do with it. Congrats on your success. But it's my number 2. Now, with about 8.5 to go, Mike Van Gien puts it on. There's a rebound, starts happening. It's 6-2. Who cares? And then, they get a 6-3 goal. No, they don't. They high stick the puck. You don't even know. And that is how the game ends. And it wasn't even that chippy at the end of it. Curtis McKenzie takes a cross-checking call on Miro Altonen after the whistle. It was kind of a silly thing to do. I want to applaud the refs for making sure the game didn't get out of control. But at the same time, if you're Curtis McKenzie, you're like, oh, after everything in this game, you call that. It wasn't even that violent of a finish. There have been far worse scrums at the end of most of the games, but the Marlies just walk away with the 6-2 win. Did I mention that Travis Dermott wasn't even in this game and they replaced him with Andrew Nielsen and they stomped the Stars? Yep. And now, in game 6 or game 7, on home ice, Ricoh Coliseum in Toronto, the Toronto Marlies have a chance to win the Calder Cup. Game 6 will be this Tuesday, June 12th at 7 o'clock. And if Texas wins that one, then it's game 7 for all the marbles. Thursday, June 14th, also at 7 o'clock. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to either because I'm kind of scared that I don't know what if I'm a jinx. Now, the Marlies have home ice advantage for the next 2 games because the next 2 games are at home, but I think they might wish that the games were on the road. Look at this goofiness from Patrick Williams. Look, I can't even get through it. The Marlies will finish with 36 wins in 47 road games this season. That's regular season and playoffs. Oh, it couldn't possibly get any better. Oh, from Heart of Vlad, that's a 62 win pace over an 82 game schedule on the road. 224 point pace on the road. Dude, no. You know what? The Leafs just had their best season by point standards ever. 105 points. They've never done that before. And does anyone care? It's kind of nice. It's pretty neat. It's neat. I would file that under neat. I'd file that under respectable. We're not fighting for respectability here, are we? We're fighting for a championship. And all these numbers, all these accomplishments will all be for naught if they don't win the Calder Cup. You're 1 win away from the thing. You know what to do. Do it. You know you're good enough. You've pictured this in your mind. Make it a reality. One final housekeeping note. We interviewed Matt Sundin today. Not sure exactly when that video is going to drop, but I think there will be 2 videos dropping, one on this channel and one on the podcast channel. I will link to both at the end of this video. You should subscribe to both. Now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends that in Game 6, the Calder Cup will be in the building.